Hi everyone, good morning to all of you. Hope everyone is doing fine. So, in this pandemic situation, whatever classes are going on, online classes, so please try to understand first and then make the notes clearly and then practice. Then you will understand everything. And still if there is any doubt, then we can discuss. So the thing is, first try to listen carefully, then you will understand, and then make a clear notes, then you will come to know what are the doubts you are having, then you can practice, you can revise. So this is Srikanth, your another physics sir. You have been listening to the online classes and Nagarjuna sir has been teaching you. So same thing I will teach, basics, same thing, basics, but not like completely physics, because I always used to say to my students, every students, that to solve, to master in physics yourself, you must be thorough with the mathematics which is required, and you must understand how to apply that mathematics in physics. Because many students say that we understand physics, but it is difficult to solve. We are facing problems, or we are facing difficulty in solving numericals. That is because of, one is mathematics and another one is lack of practice. You must practice, you must understand how we can combine mathematics and physics together. So the mathematical application in physics, if you understand and if you are able to solve, to what extent you learn, that extent you become master in physics. That is the actual truth behind the difficultiness of physics. So physics is not tough. It's easy, interesting, but the application part where mathematics plays key role, that will make you little difficult. So please understand that. So mathematics means, of course you have studying the mathematics one course also, but still when it comes to physics, what are the basic mathematics which you might have studied already, which you may study in the plus 1 plus 2 whatever it is, but we need some basic mathematics which is mandatory for physics, especially solving physics, especially for entrance. So let's discuss those things with the help of mathematics, how to solve physics, or how the mathematics plays important role in solving physics numericals. That is what mainly we discuss, and basic things first. So basic mathematics. So the very first thing is application of simple geometry. You have studied distance and displacement, speed, velocity, so on. But let us take only distance and displacement. You have studied the definitions, you understood, you have solved the questions. But same thing we will take, but we will try to observe the role of these things. What is that? Application of simple geometry. So when the word geometry comes, you have to understand these are the key terms usually you will get. Length, side length, breadth, height, radius, diameter, area, volume, surface area, like that, perimeter. So all these things are like keywords in geometry. And Pythagoras theorem, that also plays important role in many situations. Of course, very simple. But what you have to do is you have to remember all the formulas, all these data, so that you can save time in the examination. Because many times many students say that, sir, I knew it, but time was not enough. Everyone will get same time. But if you practice well, you will remember well and you will do it fast and you will do it perfectly. So that you need to practice, you need to remember everything whatever required. So now let us go to the simple things what are required. So first thing, so there are different elements in geometry. So the first one let me take, that is triangle. And always this angle will come. So that is also important. That is, when you consider two lines, they intersect at one point. Any two lines which are not parallel, any two lines which are not parallel, they intersect at one particular point. Like this is one line, this is one line. Now you extend them. What you have to do? You have to extend them in any one direction. So that at one particular point they intersect each other, and that at that intersection point there is an inclination between the two lines, that is called angle between the two lines. Like you will measure in terms of degrees, you will measure in terms of radian. So those things also important. Now here triangle. So three angles will be there, triangle, or you can say like three sides will be there generally. But when it comes to physics, there are two triangles usually comes. That is, one is equilateral triangle. What does that mean? All side lengths are equal. And another one is right angle triangle or isosceles right angle triangle. So isos means two sides are equal. Sometimes it may be equal or it may not be equal. But usually we will get right angle triangle. What is this means? This is all the three angles are equal and each is equal to how much? 60 degrees. And here one of the angle will become 90 degrees. So here 60 degrees, 60 degrees, 60 degrees. Here 90 degrees. If it is isosceles, then 45, 45. Otherwise just right angle triangle means this theta 1, this theta 2 if you consider, then theta 1 plus theta 2 must be how much? 90. Because in every triangle, whatever may be the triangle, there are three angles alpha, beta, gamma, such that alpha plus beta plus gamma equal to how much? 180 degrees. Now, so related to this angle, one more thing also you need to understand. Sometimes in further cases, any chapter, you can't define that this chapter, that chapter in physics. In any chapter of the physics, you may get these things. Like, these are internal angles. One external angle also will be there. Like, if you extend any one side, like here, then the extended side makes an angle with the other side, the adjacent one. This will make some angle with this. This will make some angle with this. So these angles are called adjacent. Now the sum of equal to this one. So see here this is, you can say like 180 minus beta. Why? Because this angle is how much? 180. Now this is beta and this is how much? 180 minus beta. So these angles also important. Internal angle and external angle. Right? And sum of internal angles equal to what? External angle. So this way you have to understand the angle. And most commonly, if you consider, if you take any triangle, the base we represent with B and this is called height. See, one side if you take it as base, then you have to draw the perpendicular from the third vertex on that base. Then that is called what? Height. Because area of triangle is half into base into height. This is the one formula which we use many times. So you will understand when we solve the questions, physics questions, you will understand. But please make each and everything clear notes on your own. Don't take it easy that these are very simple things. If it is easy, make it perfect and fast. If something is difficult, then try to take it as challenge. But don't neglect something you feel easy and don't fear of something you feel difficulty. So that is the main thing. Now triangle. So what is the area of triangle? Of course, what is the perimeter? Perimeter means what? The total. So the sum of all the side lengths. So A plus B plus C you can say. One side A, B, C like that. But usually I said equilateral triangle or right angle triangle accordingly. But very less times we use this perimeter in physics. But still you remember, you may get some time. Then you should not feel. So that most of the times what is the perimeter, what is the area, what is the volume, these things comes in geometry. And this is the information we required about the triangle. And here one more thing also important, that is Pythagoras theorem. So what is Pythagoras theorem? For a right angle triangle, so for every triangle one side you will take it as base and the perpendicular to that base we call it as height. Then this is called hypotenuse, the other one. For right angle triangle, let's take something y, hypotenuse. So base, height, hypotenuse, and this is 90 degrees. Then according to Pythagoras theorem, height square plus base square equal to hypotenuse square, or else y equal to under root h square plus b square. This is what main important. So please try to understand. So the thing related to triangle is what is the perimeter, what is the area, and what is internal angle, what is the external angle, and what is the sum of angles, and what is the difference between equilateral triangle, right angle triangle, isosceles triangle, and what is the area of triangle, also what is the Pythagoras theorem for right angle triangle. So all these things, all these formulas you need to remember. Now let's take the other one, that is rectangle and square. See, when you take rectangle or square, there are 4 sides and 4 angles, and in both the case each angle is 90 degrees. So what is the total angle? Internal angle is 360. 4 nines are 360. 490. So that 360 angles. But what is the difference is here opposite sides are equal only. if this is length, then this is length. This is breadth, this is breadth. But this is called side length. All are equal. Here only opposite are equal. Here all are equal. And here if you join the opposite corners, here or here, that is called diagonal. What is that? Diagonal. Here if you take the diagonal length, what kind of triangle is this? This is B, this is L. Then the diagonal is under root B square plus L square, Pythagoras theorem, because it is a right angle triangle. Similar way, here if you take this is A, then the diagonal is under root A square plus A square equal to root 2A. This is root of 2A square. Root A square means square root cancels A, root 2. So this is the diagonals of rectangle and triangle. So in case of rectangle and square, what is there? What is the difference? Here opposite sides are equal. Here all sides are equal. Here what is the perimeter? So the perimeter is total length of the all sides. L plus B plus L plus B. So 2 into L plus B. And here the perimeter is A plus A plus A plus A. How much? 4A. And here the total area of the triangle is length into breadth. So what is the area of the rectangle? Length into breadth. What is the area of the square? A into A, that is A square. So perimeter of the rectangle is 2 times L plus B and perimeter of the square is 4A. And area of the rectangle is L into B and here area of the square is A into A square. So this is what you need to remember regarding rectangle and square. Now other than this, when you consider, one is circle and sphere and cylinder. These are the 3 other things which are also important. Circle. What will be there? Radius. Each and every point on the perimeter is at equal distance from the one constant point, one central point, that is called center of circle. So the locus of all these points is called circle, where the perimeter of the circle is 2 pi r, where pi is a constant 22 by 7, or approximately we take it as 3.14, and area of the circle is pi r square. So what is the total length of the circle or perimeter or circumference, and what is the total area of the, if it is a circular plate, what is the total area occupied? That is what other one. And if you take a circle, here this is angle and this portion is called sector. What is this? Sector. This is radius. This is sector angle. This is sector length. And the relation is L equal to R into theta. Now, here one more thing is, the total angle, this one is how much? 360. So what is the total angle? 360 or 2 pi. This is in terms of degrees, this is in terms of radian. So as here situation come, let me explain that angle also. See, 1 degree equal to 60 minutes. What is 1 degree equal to? 60 minutes. 1 minute equal to 60 seconds. So 60 into 60. So 1 degree means 60 minutes or 3600 seconds. Now 1 degree equal to pi by 180 radian, where pi value is 22 by 7 or approximately 3.14. This is also important. Usually this conversion is important, degree to radian. What about radian to degree? Now 60 degrees is there. You want to convert it into radian. Then multiply with pi by 180. Then 63 is up. So pi by 3 radian. Reverse means 1 radian equal to 180 by pi degrees. Now take this side. Bring this side. 180 will become multiplier, pi will become divider. 180 by pi. 1 radian equal to 180 by pi degrees. So radian to degree conversion. So to convert from degrees to radian, multiply with pi by 180. To convert from radian to degree, multiply with 180 by pi, like 3 pi by 2. You want to convert into degrees. So 3 pi by 2 times what I said, 180 by pi. Pi cancel, 290. 90 into 3, 270 degrees. So you can convert from degrees to radian, radian to degrees depending upon the requirement. And it is important and mandatory also. But you have to choose wisely depending upon the given question. So what is the perimeter of circle? 2 pi r. What is the area of circle? Pi r square. These two things. Mainly you remember it. Now one more thing, what I said, sphere. So sphere means the earlier rectangle, triangle, square, circle, all are like two-dimensional objects. They lie in one plane. But sphere cannot lie in one plane, one surface. It will lie in a space. It needs some space, 3 dimension. So for that, radius, if you consider r, spherical shape, then one is total surface area, whatever surface is there, that area. So area or surface area equal to 4 pi r square. What is the formula? 4 pi r square. Now what is the other formula you have to remember is volume. Total volume means total space occupied by the sphere, that is 4 by 3 pi r cube. This is the volume of sphere. One is surface area, one is volume. And in case of circle or in case of sphere, the distance from the center to edge is called radius. The distance from one edge to another edge passing through center, like this. Distance from one edge to another edge passing through center. This is called diameter, where diameter d equal to 2 times radius. So this is one radius and this is one radius. So radius plus radius, how much? 2r. So diameter is how much? 2 times radius. In case of circle, in case of sphere. So here sphere means 2 things will be there. Solid, hollow. You take a football. Inside what will be there? Air. That is hollow. Inside no mass. Only air. That is called hollow sphere. Solid sphere means what? You take iron ball. So that is like what? Inside also mass is there. Iron is there. So that is solid sphere. But formulas are same. So volume and area, same formula. Now, so we have taken circle and then sphere. So our last and final, which are mainly comes, that is cylinder. What is the other one? Cylinder. So what is the cylinder? Drum. So here there is one length or height. Here it is like a cylinder. See here, this is like a cylinder. The top portion and the bottom portion is like a circle. This is one circle, this is one circle. So for every circle there must be one radius, like this portion. So this circular area is pi r square. We have known already. This circular area is pi r square. But there is a curved portion also. There is a curved portion is also there. Like this is the complete curved portion. So this curved portion area is 2 pi r L or H. Length or height of the cylinder. Anything. L or H. Anything you can take. So there are three areas. Top circular portion, bottom circular portion and curved portion. So that total area will become pi r square plus pi r square, 2 pi r square plus 2 pi r h. So this is the total area, 2 pi r into r plus h. Take 2 pi r common. Now what is the other one? Volume. What is the volume of cylinder is pi r square h or L. R is radius, h is height or length of the cylinder. So these are the things: length, side length, breadth, height, radius, diameter, diagonal, perimeter, area, volume and Pythagoras theorem. These all things are important. So make a list of everything. What is the area, what is the volume, what is the surface area and everything. Now one last and final, sometimes it will come. That is, very rarely it will come, but I will just give you. Trapezium, where opposite sides are A and B. Two parallel sides will be there. Remaining two are not parallel. Only two opposite sides are parallel. And this is the perpendicular distance between two parallel lines. That is called height of the trapezium. Then the area formula is half into A plus B into H. Half into A plus B into H. Or else you can take like a triangle, rectangle, triangle. You can add all the three depending upon your wish. But if you can remember it. Sometimes it is also useful in solving questions. What is this? Trapezium, where opposite sides are equal and other two sides are, opposite sides are parallel, not equal, and the other two sides are not parallel. So the perpendicular distance between the parallel sides is called height. So these are the simple basic mathematics related to simple geometry. Not only geometry, we need quadratic equation, we need trigonometric equations. All those we will discuss one by one. But right now we will discuss. So in this session I will take only two classes. In the two classes we will discuss the application part related to simple geometry, whatever we have discussed. So let me just give a quick brief review of what we have studied. Triangle area half into breadth into height or base into height. For right angle triangle you can apply Pythagoras theorem, where the hypotenuse equal to under root square of base plus square of height. Also angles, internal angle sum is 180 degrees and external angle. And rectangle or square, 4 sides, 4 angles. Each one angle is equal to 90 in rectangle as well as in square. And perimeter of rectangle 2 into L plus B, area L into B. In case of square, perimeter 4A, A is side length and area A square. Then circle, perimeter 2 pi r, area pi r square. Sphere, surface area 4 pi r square and volume 4 by 3 pi r cube. But in case of circle and sphere, diameter is always 2 times radius. And cylinder, total surface area is pi r square and 2 pi rl or rh. Then volume is pi r square h. And last one, trapezium. What is the area? Half into A plus B into H. So this is what the basic mathematics we required in related to simple geometry. Let us solve few physics questions so that whether these things are helpful or not. Because in physics, after understanding the definition or concept, the question can be created in any manner where usually they will include mathematics. Like we will discuss about only distance and displacement. What is distance? Distance is nothing but total path length. And displacement is the shortest distance. Like when you are traveling from Davangere to Bangalore or Bangalore to Hyderabad. Let's take Bangalore to Hyderabad. You can go by road, by train, by flight. Of course. Now it is very difficult to travel in any other way because of this great corona. That is different. But if you are going through different paths, by road you will travel some journey, 700 kilometers or 600 something. By train something else, the different route, different distance. By flight direct, straight. If you leave initially and finally, straight away you will go. So straight path is called displacement and this random path, any path is called what? Distance. So total path length followed by the particle is distance and the shortest distance between the initial and final position is called displacement. Like this is starting and this is destination. Now from here to here you can go like this, like this, like this, anyway. Whatever may be the path you have taken. So depending upon your path, the path length changes, so distance changes. But for one particular destination and initial point, the straight distance or the shortest distance is same. You have to draw a straight line from initial to final position, that is same until and unless these two are fixed. So displacement is same for one set of initial and final point. Only what can change? Distance. So based on the distance and displacement, let us solve few questions so that you can understand this application. Right? So shall we discuss those? So we have been discussing the importance of mathematics, especially the simple geometry. Let me just explain you one or two questions based on the same thing what we discussed, whether it is helpful or not. So justification is needed. Then only you will believe me. Because one simple thing I will tell you, I keep on tell the students that importance of mathematics. But when I entered in the university for my MSc Physics, my professor suggested that or said to all of us that if you want to do MSc in Physics, first you have to do MSc in Mathematics, then only you can do MSc in Physics. Of course that we will not do, but he is intensifying and he tried to tell us the importance or the role of mathematics in physics. Same way, I am also trying to tell you. But this is just beginning. Slowly, the difficulty level will increase, slowly. So, take the questions. Why I have chosen distance and displacement? Because this is the thing you have studied already. You knew it very well. Now, here a particle travelled from A to B as shown below. Three different cases I have given. Now, find the distance and displacement in each case. First. So, in first question, so they have given the situation like this. So, started here A, ended here B. Now, this length is 5 meter, this length is 12 meter. So, distance. What is the distance I said, or what you have learned already? The total path length. Path is this plus this. Because this is the path the particle has taken. 5 plus 12. Very simple. 17 meter. Now, when you consider the displacement, shortest distance or straight line distance, that means you have to draw a straight line from initial position to final position. Now 1, 2, 3, three sides triangle, and one angle is 90 degrees. So what kind of triangle? Right angle triangle. Immediately you can think, you can apply Pythagoras theorem. So that this length will become under root 5 square plus 12 square equal to under root 5 square 25, 12 square 144 equal to under root 169 equal to 13. So what is the displacement? 13 meter. Just take the calculation properly. I will tell you the calculation little, whatever simple things I knew it, that also we will discuss, multiplication, division, because that plays also one important role. Because in the examination, time saving is important. Like you take NEET, 45 questions are there. How much time you will get? 1 hour. 1 hour for biology, 1 hour for chemistry, 1 hour for physics. 1 hour means 60 minutes, 45 questions. You are not getting even 1.5 minutes also. So within that 1.5, less than 1.5 minutes, you have to read the question, understand the question, you have to draw the diagram if it is required, you have to take the suitable formula, you have to substitute, you should get the correct answer and you should bubble it. So a little difficult only. How much practice is needed? That's why fast, perfection, both are important in solving numericals. So especially these simple things, calculation, multiplication, division, square root also plays very important role. That also we will discuss as much as I knew it, and which is very helpful for you also. Now, this way you have used the property of triangle, the Pythagoras theorem, and you have solved it. Who is the key role? Mathematics. Definition of distance, displacement if you know, then what is the immediate thing you require? Mathematics. Not just this simple question. When you go to any other chapter, also there are many questions will come where mathematics. Not only in questions, in derivations also mathematics plays key role. Now, the other question. See you. So, the particle started here like this, went to here, then like this, then it came like this. This is the path they are showing, but according to the diagram they have given, it is like a circle. And what is the radius? 1 meter. A, B, C, and this is A, and this is B. A to B, final point. Now, distance. What do you want? Distance. Distance means total path length. So, what is the distance? So, distance equal to this. How much is this? Radius. How much is this? Radius. How much is this? This total is 2 pi r. 1 quarter, 1 quarter, 1 quarter, 1 quarter means 1/4. So 2 pi r is total length. But this is just 1/4 divided by 4. So how much? Pi r by 2. So now you have used the property of circle, perimeter, so that you got this length. So pi r by 2. Take everything small. So that you will get 2r plus pi r by 2. Then r value how much? 1. So if you substitute 2 plus pi by 2 or 4 plus pi by 2. Pi is approximately how much I said? 3.14. So 7.14 by 2. 7.14 by 2. So how much you will get approximately answer? 3.57. 3.57. So this way you need to use what? Mathematics. Here to find the distance what you require? Mathematics. Calculation. Multiplication, division also what? Mathematics. Even that also plays very important role. Now the other thing is displacement. What is other thing? Displacement. Now started here, ended here. I said in case of circle or sphere, the distance between one edge to other edge passing through center is nothing but diameter. Now displacement is nothing but AB is nothing but diameter. That should be equal to how much? 2 times radius. So 2 into 1, how much? 2 meter. So that you can get displacement. Shortest distance between initial and final position. But when you look at the diagram, it is equal to diameter. So you can find it. So that this way mathematics is important. Now, one last and final question. With this we will end it. But coming class we will discuss little difficulty questions related to the same thing. Little difficulty. So now, here. Started from A, went here, then here and then here. So like this it is there actually. But they completed and they are showing like it is a rectangle where length is 4 meter, breadth is 3 meter. Now A, B, let's take C, D. Now the total distance is nothing but total path length AC plus CD plus DB. AC plus CD plus DB. This is. Now here AC plus CD plus DB means AC 3B breadth. DB also same, opposite sides are equal 3. But what about CD? CD is diagonal. What is the diagonal formula? Under root L square plus B square. So under root 4 square plus 3 square, how much? 5 meter. 16 plus 9, 25, 5 meter. Now what is the total distance will become? 3 plus 5 plus 3, 11 meter. So how much it will come? 11 meter. This is distance. Similar way, displacement. Now displacement means you have to take the straight line from the starting to ending. Take. This is the shortest or straight line distance from initial to final position. But from the diagram it is equal to diagonal. Displacement equal to diagonal. Length of diagonal. What is the length of diagonal? 5 meter. So this way you can understand the importance, but these are very less and simple low level questions. Slowly we'll understand the little difficulty level of questions. So please always remember, or you ask your seniors take their experience. Everyone will say the basic mathematics role in solving physics. But when teacher advises to the students, they won't listen to them that seriously, and at the final they will suffer. So please, it's my kind and sincere request to all of you, please understand the importance of mathematics and try to solve. Okay? So hope everyone understood, and as this is my first class, I tried my best to make you understand. We'll have a long journey, we'll go through it as a part of Anand Medical Academy. You will enjoy all the classes. Of course, this is online. When we go to offline, you will enjoy even more, and it is my responsibility. Yes, in Kannada, nam jawabdari, your understanding. So I will take responsibility to make you understand. But you promise me that you will listen, you will make the notes, you will ask the doubts, and you will practice, and then finally you will revise it. So these things, if you follow it, then definitely you will understand and you will become better and better in solving physics. So thank you so much. We'll meet in the coming class.